Hey, it's Mark Gordon here, the customer experience expert, and I want to ask you a quick question. Does your bank have one of these, a customer service desk or a kiosk? Well, if it does, I'm sure that you, like most people, have gone there at one time or another looking for information about a product or service, or perhaps to make an appointment with somebody. Well, my bank had one of those as well, but they recently removed it to make space for more offices. And in doing so, resulted in every customer who goes into the bank, regardless of why and what they're looking for, has to line up in a queue with everybody else. Which means if you were there just to make an appointment with somebody or to find out about a new service the bank is offering, you could be standing in line for 20 minutes waiting for someone to reorganize their entire financial portfolio. It doesn't matter why you're there or what personnel can best help you, you have to stand in that line to see a teller. And this reminded me of a principle that I wanted to share with you, which I think you're going to find really valuable. If not for your business, then it'll definitely increase your awareness as a customer. And it's based around the concept I like to call a customer empowerment space. And it's based around this, a square. And if you think about the space inside the square as being the amount of authority or the power that a customer has to make their own decisions, whether those decisions are about how to interact with a business, how to purchase products and services from that business, or even how to seek technical support. Everything can be done within this square, and it stands to reason that ideally the bigger the square, the more empowered a customer is to make whatever decisions they want. And the smaller the square, well, the fewer decisions the customer can make that works for them. Now, it's important to understand that the size of the square is impacted in large part by what the business does. You see, controlling the size of the square involves things like personnel, resources, locations, technology, all kinds of things impact the size of the square. So for example, if you had a business that was accessible online, offline, in person, through a chatbot, email, phone, whatever it is, the more options you had, again, that would make the square bigger because the customer would have more choices, more options, and they could make their own decision as to how to interact with your business. Now, in the case of the bank, by removing that information kiosk, they in fact made the square smaller because they took away the ability for someone going into the bank to decide the best way to get the information they needed. They can't just go to the information desk anymore and ask about a product or service or ask if they need to make an appointment with someone, or in my case, when I've gone, even to let them know that you're there for the appointment that you've previously made. I had to stand in line for 20 minutes, and then I finally got to the front to tell them I was there to see that specific person. So I ate up 20 minutes of our appointment time and wasted 20 minutes of my time because there was no information desk. As such, that square became smaller. So as a business, if there's a takeaway from this, it's very simple. Everything you do as a business should be able to allow the customer to make their own decisions. And little tiny changes can have a huge impact. So for example, extending hours of operation or allowing customers to pay online or mail you a check or pay over the phone. These don't require extra resources or extra costs, but they can make that square bigger. So my advice is this: don't be so quick to take things away because they appear to cost you as a business owner money or time or resources, when in reality, it will be making that square smaller. And the smaller the square and the more difficult it is for a customer to make a decision or to reach out to you, well, chances are they won't. They'll go somewhere else where that customer empowerment square is bigger. And that will end up costing you more. So next time you make changes or next time you see a business, look around. Look at how they're interacting with you and how you can interact with them, and think about that customer empowerment square. Is it big? Is it small? And what could they do to make it the right size for you? If you enjoyed the video, please share it with others. I hope they get something out of it too. And of course, if you have any questions or comments, post them down below. You know I'll answer back. Take care.